Hello guys, hello. How's everybody doing? I don't see any of my like regular chat coming in right now. We're a lot later than usual. I'm not really up to much today or tonight. It's late. I thought I'd show you guys something I was working on that on off stream. I have a few builds running off stream, so this is one of my characters that we're building. He is a Vite Gouge stream character. Vite Gouge is great for PvP. It's also pretty good, pretty damn good for PvE as well, because you have the advantage of having a lot of life. Um, so talk about the stats real quick. This is a slightly modified Vite Gouge build. If you follow like Scorched Knight on YouTube, he has like a lot of good builds, or he has like some top builds and stuff. So this is something like his, but we have a little bit of a difference here, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me just have a sip of this coffee. I'm up late. I'm up late. Nobody knows. Don't tell anybody. It'll be our little secret, right? Okay. So, like I was saying, guys. Oh, also, hi. How's everybody doing? My name is Frank Gallows, and I stream every day or as often as possible. Like I said, we're going to be looking at a build that we're running. This is a. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I wasn't doing anything tonight, and I was awake, So, we're just looking at one of the builds I'm working on the side, right? So this is like an example of a Vite Gouge build. As you can see, we have a lot of Vite. Um, let's talk about it very quickly, right? If you follow Scorch Knight on YouTube, he has a lot of like really good builds, right? He talks a lot about PvP. I've been into PvP a lot, like back in the day. This is more of a slightly modified build. It's like, there's like some metas, right? So this is a meta Vite Gouge build, but there is like a little bit of difference. I'll talk about that in a minute. But high Vite, we don't touch the endurance too much. 50 strength, enough strength and skill to equip a bunch of the strength weapons. And then usually you would run 15 arcane, right, for a lot of PvP. And the reason you do that is because you want to run Beast Roar, right? And the reason you want to run Beast Roar is because Beast Roar knocks people back and knocks them down, and you get a moment to heal. Now, running strength builds, or running builds where you have to two-hand your weapon a lot, it gives people a chance to get a free heal because you don't have your gun in your hand, right? As you guys know, when someone is healing, you can shoot them, parry them, right? They get messed up, then you can do a visceral. So we're running 18 arcane, and 18 arcane gives me access to augur, and a lot of people don't expect you to have augur Vibritus on, and augur acts as a parry, right? So like if they're far away, it's not going to matter. But if they're close enough and they don't anticipate you being able to parry them because you're two-handed, you can pop out a parry. Right. So that is the reason we're running 18 Vite. Usually, most people would just run 15 just for Beast Roar. When I two-hand weapons, most of my builds they have 18 arcane, so they're slightly modified. And we'll take a look at the gems because the gems aren't too bad. Usually you want like 27% gems. Those are very hard to come by. I'm working on it. Right, so we have the first two blood gems. They're 25 with increased stamina. Um, you can have uh, like your weapon endurance down, but your weapon will break real quick, and I don't like that, right? I'd rather just eat the stamina cost. Especially for PvP when all you're doing is basically getting like one or two hits out, or like three max and you're backing off and stuff like that. Uh, as long as you manage it, it won't be too much of an issue. The third gem, the triangle one, we're working on that. I really have to start looking at more dungeons. And like I said, this is an off build. This is probably what we're going to use when our regular playthrough is finished, right? We'll go into a more professional kind of build, more optimized for damage and health and stuff like that. I also have a Vite Gouge Arcane. I have a few of those that are cooking. This one is not quite finished yet. Stat-wise, it is finished, right? But we need gems, we need runes, we need stuff from the Chalice dungeons, a lot of stuff. And we're just finishing up the Forbidden Woods. That's what we're doing right now. Also, guys, we do have something cool in our... Hey, where is it? We'll wait for him to get summoned, right? So we're running the Gatling gun, and since I am online right now, I can get invaded. We're running the Gatling gun, and the Gatling gun is cool for PvP because, like, say you get someone down real low, what they really want to do is back off and heal, right? So you kind of lock on. I can't lock on to anybody, but you lock on. You just hold down the Gatling, and you Gatling them, and that's what you do, guys. I'm gonna have to eventually find like some fight clubs or some discords or something and start getting used to PvP again. We're using the Beast Cutter, but I'm working on getting some more strength weapons. I mean the Beast Cutter, the Whirligig. I'm working on getting some more weapons. I think we're gonna use the Whirligig and Ludwig's uh, Moonlit Greatsword. Mostly because I don't use the Ludwig's at all. So the real one, right? The Moonlight Greatsword, whatever it's called in this game. We're gonna get it. And we're just going to fight the Shadows of Yharnam, and then once we're done here, we will go into the DLC, and I guess we can kill Ludwig, because I really want that sword right now. That way we can start working on upgrading it. And those are the two weapons I'm going to be using. And these are old hunters, guys. You have to be part of the Confederates to summon these guys. I keep summoning them, and I forgot that they're not going to give me any vermin. I do think I need to be a Confederate and be in the DLC in order to get the vermin that I need for that particular oath rune. What is it called? For that quest line, that storyline, right? So for that one, you need like 5 vermin. You need to crush them, and then you keep the rest of the quest line for that. And this should be a very quick fight, honestly. I'm just getting my guys come up and get 7 minutes in. And you can take a look at it. You know, and if I wanted to, I could just walk forward, or let him eat a bunch of hits. Maybe knock him down first. Right, maybe knock him down. He's in a corner, now he's screwed. Right, where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna go? He did evolve, but it's over for him. And his brothers, you know, is there too. This one is particularly dangerous though. He has good combos, good reach. Right, and then you can do the same for him, 'cause and they do trivialize the fight a lot, but since we're not using this for like an actual run through the game, you can cheat a little bit. We'll let him dust them off. And we're just gonna grab this lantern. I'm sorry, I shouldn't think of the name. It's late. And we could take a look at so this is why I really like that, right? This is why I really like the Whirligig. The Bevelman is still here, for some reason. What that means basically, when you summon someone, you get a chance to get invaded, right? So there's a chance I could get invaded now. As long as she's out, there's a chance to get invaded. But being this is late and the state of the game is old, right? Usually you get more PvP from fight clubs unless you're invading some poor soul, right? Usually I don't get invaded these days. And if you do get invaded, you might as well just say goodnight, because the people that are invading have been playing for like 6 or 7 years now. They're good to go. They're trying to kill. And that's this is a build we're working on, so I know I have quite a lot of souls. Basically I just been farming and farming, like on my off time. Just farming away. You can see this is the DLC tombstone, guys. So whenever you make it to the DLC, this is where you want to go if you need to teleport back into there. I could go straight into Ludwig, the Holy Blade. I believe that's his name. We're gonna get that weapon, and then I do need to see if I have upgrade materials for it. And if not, we're gonna have to figure out how to get them because I forget how to get like twin stones and chunks and stuff like that. So you guys remember this is where you run to get the whirly gig, right? Remember when I did like a whole little run just to get it? So you run down there. So the reason you want to be a Confederate is because there's like certain old hunters. You see him up here, and he'll drop down. He'll give me a hard time. He'll drop down. He'll give me a hard time. He'll drop down. He'll give me a hard time. Jesus. Uh-oh. See, and this is why you have it to just parry out. It works for both PvE and PvP. I think he outclassed me in ranging. He also has pretty good armor. Or he has pretty good health armor. Is he gonna fall down there? Is he gonna fall? Ah, god damn god. Now he's down there with the birds. They blocked him. They blocked for him. I am in the DLC, right, so it is pretty dangerous here still. But we can shoot him. If I could lock onto him. Uh-oh. It would be pretty sad if I couldn't do it. Okay, so there's the vermin. We finally got it. I know I grabbed it pretty quick, but we'll take a look at it in a moment. Okay. So I believe you need to crush 5 vermin, guys, right, for the when you're a Confederate. So here's vermin. There we go. A centipede-like creature discovered on successful hunts by elite hunters. You can also get vermin by, I think, cooperating with people. And when you finish helping them, you get a vermin, I think, at least. I don't know how often that's going to happen unless you have a buddy that's playing still. Vermin found hidden within filth are only seen by elite Confederates, and on the root of man's impurity, the League has assumed the task of finding and crushing all vermin. Perhaps there is some mercy in the man, as those who wish to see the vermin can, and those who choose to are provided with boundless purpose. So Confederates exist to crush all vermin. Funnily enough, like when you get down into the chalice dungeons and stuff like that, you know, you find a lot of like, for instance, in the Forbidden Woods, they have like these ticks on them, and a lot of enemies have grab attacks, and it looks like they're just drinking a lot of blood, stuff like that. I do believe that is because they have vermin stuck in their throat, especially when you're fighting a very particular boss in the chalice dungeon. His head pops off, and big old vermin pop out. I'm not sure if they had enough time to like do anything with that and make more lore implications, right? But I do believe that this blood carries vermin in here as well. Now we gotta escape. Now we gotta escape twice. Okay. And you know the drill, guys. We're gonna avoid everything here. Well, I didn't avoid that one at all. This is a very sneaky lady. She wants your eyes, right? So make sure you get her first. And alright, so this is the path to the mushroom, guys, right? One thing you should probably take note of is there's this I don't know if we call him a corpse or whatever, but there's a skeleton here. And he'll always drop 5 blood vials, right? So if you need to farm blood vials, you can just kind of hold Hunter's Mark back and keep popping them. If you can't afford any blood vials, right, it's a good way to get some. I'm just looking around before we bring in our Confederate buddy. And I think maybe here he'll give me a vermin. which is why I'm even a Confederate right now to begin with, so I hope so. I really hope so. There he is. You can see he's using the beast cutter as well. I mean, I always call it beast cutter, but it's just a whirligig, so right, he's using the whirligig. It's a very cool fight. The fight of like much frustration. Yeah, it is, huh? Like I said, I've been farming and farming and farming and farming and farming off stream, trying to make a build to catch up.
Please help us. An unsightly beast. A great terror loose.
It would be a shame if I lost them, huh? Here he is. I don't know why I tried that. I mean, I was not gonna make that. And he has a lot of shit like the news basically, so gotta be careful. Because it being as we're using such a pretty weapon. Maybe one of the best PvE weapons in the game. Very powerful. As long as we can hit him, we should be okay. Your dash attacks are pretty good with this weapon, so take advantage of that. That usually will do nothing to him. As you can see, even my buddy here just taking damage. Uh-oh. This one. This one. No, I missed it. And there he is, guys. This whole moveset has changed it. I think he can still one-shot me. So we're getting too cautious. Oh. And I do think this is fun to see. I tried it anyway. I believe this is the move they can one-shot me. You have to be careful here. on this one. There we go. Go to this one's right on. Vermin. Alright, so I'll only need to be a Confederate for here and for like multiplayer. So if you get lucky, and look, we did get lucky. So you know the guy in the cutscene, the one that was like scared for his life, he can survive the fight. And here he is right here. There's nothing, he doesn't give you anything for like surviving. Right, but in the general madness, like either Lou will go like donkey kick him or you'll like roll over him and he'll just die. So he survived this time. And there's no Wig's head. Now, if you put on church attire, you do get special dialogue with him. We'll just put on the chess piece.
Tell me, good hunter of the church, have you seen the light? Are my church hunters the honorable Spartans? I hoped they would be.
Now he does, in the end it is the same outcome basically, but you can be nice and say yes. If you say no, he just starts going crazy, making like horse sounds. But we're gonna say yes.
Ah, good. That is a relief. To know I did not suffer such denigration for nothing. Thank you kindly. Now I may sleep in peace. Even in this darkest of nights, I see the moonlight.
Sorry guys. But yeah, there you go. So he rests. Now he gets to rest. And we have the Holy Moonlit Sword. And so I do think these would be our two weapons, right? For we'll probably do like New Game Plus and Challenge Dungeons with this character. Which is why he's really, you can see stat-wise he's pretty much optimized, for Vite and for Strength. And so we'll take a look at the Holy Moonlight Sword. This is, the Dark Moon Greatsword. This is the Moonlight Greatsword. This is all in the same vein. This is it right here. This is it for the game. An arcane sword discovered long ago by Ludwig. When blue moonlight dances around the sword and it channels the abyssal cosmos, its great blade will hurl a shadowy light wave. The Holy Moonlight Sword is synonymous with Ludwig, the Holy Blade, but few have ever set eyes on the Great Blade, and whatever guidance it has to offer seems to be of a very private, elusive sort. So Ludwig carried the sword with him everywhere. He didn't leave it anywhere. It was always on him. Even in death, right? See, the sword was on him still. And so, we'll take a look at it. It's a great sword, guys. Great sword moveset. Right. There's a great sword set. I wonder if it has like a running perk. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe I need to run a little bit longer. No. Maybe it's running heavy. Yeah, it's running heavy as a perk. Right, and that's its moves, but when you transform it, there you go, now it does arcane damage. Right now it's your magic weapon. That is your heavy attack. I do believe it calls Quicksilver bullets. Yep. And if you do your L2, you get that. And that has like a lot of AoE, like point blank. It might not look like it right off the bat, but if someone's like trying to run around you, like more than likely you will hit them with that. Right, so that's the sword. I'll be honest, I got it once for like one of my arcane builds and then I never used it again. Which is why we're gonna try it out. I don't know what kind of damage it does. I'm gonna assume maybe blunt attack. Yeah, it looks like it has blunt in there. So we're gonna need some physical gems. We'll have to farm for those later. And I'm not sure if it's worth it for the, for it transformed. Because I'm gonna assume it only does arcane damage when you have it transformed. So we'll see. We'll see. But we got what we wanted with him. So what I think we'll do is, if you guys want, I'll get back on my regular playing character, and we could just keep doing the story with him. I will have to fix the title of the stream, though, actually. So let's take a look at the title real quick. And I can actually change it because I have all my stuff here. So let's do that. We could take. Oh, we're not gonna like load the characters up, right? But I can show you guys. I've been working pretty much non-stop, right? Because I had nothing better to do. So let's take a quick look. We'll take a quick look, guys. So here's my guys that we're working on. Like I said, I made a bunch of builds. I wasn't sure what character we're going to switch to eventually, but I believe this is Blood Tinge, right? Oh, Gallows is the guy we're using, right? That's our regular guy. Oh, we can show off some of the stuff I have. Here's the Vite Gouge Arcane guy. We're not going to load him up though, right? Because there's a lot of loading screens to be done. And then the guy we're on right now, that is John Blamo. And then this is like another John Blamo I have, but we're going to delete him. And then this is the Rite of Palatine Shield build. Right, and those are the builds I've been working on, as you can see. Been putting in some time, right? But we'll go on the regular build and we'll continue our playthrough. Also, with this character, I did buy some stuff so we can showcase it right when I came back. So, I finished up Eileen's quest, so we have all Eileen's stuff. We have her weapon, we have the outfit, and then I think we have the Bloody Crow Canehurst stuff, so we can take a look at that. Right, we got the Chicago, we got all that stuff, so we can take a look at it right now. So here's Eileen's outfit. It's the Crow Feather Garb. Attire worn by Eileen the Crow, Hunter of Hunters. Hunters of Hunters dress as crows to suggest sky burial. The first Hunter of Hunters came from a foreign land and gave the dead a virtuous native funeral ritual, rather than impose a blasphemous Yharnam burial service upon them, with hope their former compatriots might be returned to the skies and find rest in a hunter's dream. I do think that's like Norse or Viking stuff, right? Basically, the sky funerals are where you put someone really high up on an altar and you let the birds and the crows eat them, and it's kind of like they're returning, to nature or something like that. I don't know all the implications behind it, right? But that is a sky funeral. You don't bury them; you just leave them out and let the animals get them. The birds specifically, and that's what she's wearing. So she's a foreigner, right? And beak mask. They all have the same. They have the same description, right? So that's a crow feather outfit. And we'll take a look at the Bloody Crow of Canehurst, right? The Bloody Crow of Canehurst, basically, his outfit is Eileen's outfit, but he's wearing the Canehurst helmet. Right, if you guys remember when we fought him, this was his outfit right here. Which is interesting, because I wonder if he has the same exact job as Eileen, right? But he's from Canehurst. Because you can even say this Canehurst helmet even kind of looks like a beak, right? There's like a little beak shape on it. And he's called the Bloody Crow of Canehurst, right? So, maybe. Well, let's take a look at her weapons as well. The Blades of Mercy, or the Blade of Mercy. A special trick weapon passed down among Hunters of Hunters, one of the oldest weapons of the workshop. It splits into two when activated. The weapon's warp blades are forged with ciderite. a rare mineral of the heavens, most effective in swift attacks, such as after quick stepping. So, uh, her weapon is made out of a meteorite, right? The ore of a meteorite. They call it Ciderite. That is what it's called. And, so here's her. Let's take a look at the one-handed first of all. So, very cool when it's getting transformed, right? And, you know, it's a knife. Not much to be said about it. You need a lot of stamina. Transformed. So when it's transformed, you have a very long combo. Keep in mind my stamina sucks. Right, so... And you know, you can transform in and out between the combos. Alright, let's take a look at this R2. That's his R2s. And that's his L2, so good for duels. There's some pretty nasty people that have fought using these. Like I said, the main disadvantage you have when you two-hand weapons, which is why a lot of time I go 18 arcane as opposed to 15, is that you can't parry. And a lot of people want to get a free heal off, so you just do that. And we'll take a look. We'll just Canehurst ourselves over. We'll take a look at the. Oh wait, we did look at the Chicago, didn't we? We did. There's no point in looking at it then. And I guess I'll rock this for now, and we'll go back to our beast cutter. Also, I know where we're at. We're in Yargul. We're in Yargul. Unseen Village. That's where we're at. And as usual, guys, I know it's late. I'm not sure how many people are in here, right? But if you like what you see, feel free to give me a follow. Usually we play every weekday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right? I was just bored today. There's not much going on. It's the weekend, so just having some fun. We're just gonna continue with our story, though. We're in Yargul. Usually I avoid most of these people because they just can revive themselves. Alright, so we're gonna try to be sneaky just a little bit. We're getting glowstone chunks. Cool. I knew it. I just didn't know where. You see, he had like that weird effect on him because he's gonna revive any moment now. And we'll take a look at everything we pick up a little bit later. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. No, there it isn't. Shh. It's okay, I'm a professional, guys. I'm a professional. It's a lot of stuff. I think at this point in the game you will like see everything that's hidden, so you know, if you didn't see any of those amygdala from before, you're gonna see all of them now. There was one of them. But there was another one. I advise you just doing something here, because they're just gonna revive because someone is bringing them back to life. And then now you can go backwards once they're done. have to be careful here because I do remember there's like a couple things we can get. So I want to make sure we get them. No. Not doing it. We're going to drop down here. And don't forget, guys, I do believe they can all come back, right? As much as I want to hit these amygdala, they don't take any damage anyway. So there's really no point in it. I'm missing something here, but... Ah, it's right over here, okay. Now they will follow me down here usually, so I'm just gonna make sure. Okay. Yeah. He changed his mind once the bell lady left. He gets no more free revives, right? So he's gonna head out. We'll bring him in here because I do believe there's someone in a wheelchair with a rifle waiting for us out there. Oh, you can't make it out here? Okay. That wasn't on purpose, guys. I just looked at it. I promise. So where is this? That is this is one thing I do not like about online for like a lot of these Souls games is that people put these little messages up. It really messes things up when you're trying to like run and grab stuff, right? You know, they're not right on top of it like Elden Ring where people put stuff inside the chest, but people have a habit of putting it in front of ladders and stuff just to ruin your playthrough. And we got the Tiny to Nitrous, guys. We'll take a look. That is a hunter's tool. I'm not sure if I can use it. No, I can't. Okay. Not yet, at least. You can get a look at his chest. I just noticed his chest opens up like that. What's in there? You can see like flesh and stuff. Yarnum Geographic. Awful pink in there. Take a look at these guys. We'll be seeing a lot of them pretty soon. They have these cages on their head. From what I've heard, it lets moonlight in, so they can get like some insight and like they're trying to commune with great ones. So that's what they say it's for. I would have to read the description. We'll get the helmet pretty soon. I think I want the item over there, but we have to be quick about it. That was epic. I really messed up bad. Alright, this one. Nice. Okay, we're getting close. This is good. This is good. We can upgrade our Ludwigs. It's only... Oh, it's +8. No, I'm not sure if we're gonna, like, 10 this Ludwig. I mean, I guess it won't hurt, right? It's serving us pretty well. For the most part. This is only temporary because we have to get the doll ready. She's right here. And even though these guys are released from their little buff, you still gotta cut them. Ah, we're playing so sloppy. That's fine, there's some blood vials here. That is a nice thing, right? They're very generous with their blood vials. You have to be extremely careful here. Let's take this off. And then I guess I can one-hand this. Oh, we're coming across some hunters, but we will go out of our way to kill them. They can be very annoying. So, we'll start the fight and then we'll see what happens. You can see there's two of them right there, right? There's one in the corner behind the pillar. And then I think... I know there's one more. I know there's one more. Where are you? You hiding? You hiding? I found him. It's just the wind. It's just the wind. Ignore me. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Nope. That guy has a damn cannon in his hand. You gotta be careful with that. He will use it. That's two down there. We have one more. I think he's a little easier to deal with just because he only has beast claws. And beast claws kind of only really got good, in my opinion, when the DLC dropped. Though he is pretty agile. Okay. Claw mark. I do believe they implied that he you know, they didn't do the whole beast form until the DLC dropped because I think they didn't have time to do it. But I do think they implied that that one turned into a beast. That's why he did that whole little beast out scream thing. You see a lot better version of it in the DLC. I'm just looking around. So this was the Hypogean jail guys right now. Everything is opened up, so red. Alright. So, you know, we're at a new part of the game, so it's a little bit different. You can see there's this damn thing. Which is a walking coffin. You can see that the closed door is open now, right? Everything turned to shit. Let's just take a look around over here. Even though I do think we have everything that I'm gonna get. I don't know what he's looking at. You know, the enemy layout is different though, so just be careful. Alright, no more big pig, now there's just thing, which I do remember that thing just like killing me a lot. I don't remember what it does. I think it just flails around. But we will fight it because I don't want it to creep up on me. Now we're not as well equipped as my other builds, right? So we'll take a look at all this stuff. It was either this one or this one, right? So attack versus the kin. You know, some bolt up, right? We have some pretty crappy gems. Nothing to write home about. And I think this is them turned around, right? They're not facing me. You know, we're just looking around. There's nothing here though. Doesn't this look a lot like the Serpent Man? A little bit. Specifically like the Dark Souls 3 one where they have those big like hoods over them and they're draped up. You can see the only route to go is where that closed door was at, because it opened up now, right? If you were here earlier, if the bagman took you, this will all be locked up. So you just be able to explore like up to this room and there'll be nothing else there. You can see they were all facing this direction, and I guess because they wanted to get in here. I heard that. I heard that. Alright, time for running. I wonder if this will not come back. We'll find out. He'll just revive. So we gotta kill him anyway, just to get him out of that. this is a weird creature, right? I don't know what you even call this, right? I don't know what it's called, but it's just like it's a beast, but it's like a makeshift beast, right? His tail is an arm, his legs are like a bunch of human legs melded together. I think it looks like his gaping maw is like a rib cage, like a modified rib cage. False beast, makeshift beast, something like that. And I am looking around because I feel like I missed something, but he did come back. Yeah, I kind of traveled the wrong way. That's fine, guys, that's fine. Let's just take a look up here. Okay. Now we have some breathing room. I hear a puppy. I hate dogs. Come here. Okay. I feel like we missed something major, right? I missed this whole elevator part. I really did, because I know you take the elevator up here, and then you come around and you take the water, because I think this is water, right? You take this and you teleport down. The basin? The water tub? And if you didn't kill him fast enough, he would just lead you to this. Let's take it back down. I am missing something for sure. Maybe it's down here somewhere. You can see there's a lot of people fused to the wall, right? I don't know if that had to do with the ritual or not. They're all crawling up. These were people, right? They all look like ornament models. I think that's the one they usually cancel. There's a room I did. There it is. This is what I'm looking for. Jeez. I know he was there, but I wanted to get that back step out and after that. Hold on, hold on. He was just a little bit off, so I couldn't get this room. Okay. Not bad for this point in the game. We'll have to throw it on. Also, I'm kind of holding on to a decent amount of souls as well, so we're going to have to make sure we don't lose those. And I think we came up over here already, right? Pretty sure, because this is where the Bell Maiden was at. That's the instant transmission. I'm missing a shortcut. That's the problem right now. Which I don't see myself coming back after we're done here, but I just, for my sanity now, I need to find it. Right, we did come over here. This is where the Wandering Madness was at, right? And then the False Beast was down here. Okay. And the elevator's here. I don't want to drop down though, because I will die. Right, this looks like... Did you take the elevator down? I don't know what happened to him. I mean, that doesn't look like death. You think I'll die if I drop down there? Hidden pathways ahead. What's this down here? There's a hidden path? Wow. Alright. Okay. We did it. We did. We're so good. Works all the time. We will take that elevator there. I just want to see where it was at. Ah, okay. Okay. Now I can go back up. And you would drop down there. That's like the secret passage. We were there already. That's where the Wandering Madness was at, and the little false beast. Rolling. Where did we end up at? We're effectively going backwards now. Right, this is where we ran down. He was shooting hyper beams at people. We're just backtracking, guys. Let's grab everything. Was that a ball maiden? I know I was missing something, huh? I do see some stuff over there. There's the brick troll. What? I think he was all lubed up from the blood, and he squeezed through that door real quick. But also, I believe if you didn't save Adela by this point, I think she's as good as gone. So you might want to save her early. I don't think there's anything at all over there. And the only thing left are... Okay. So this is where we're at. This is where the Amygdala was shooting all the hyper beams. And he's doing it again, guys. Please don't kill me. I did take damage, but it's okay. Alright. So I think we can wrap up the level now. Pretty smooth sailing from here. Looks like it. Down there's really nothing left. Don't worry about that too much. If you've already done the hypogy in jail, you don't gotta worry about it. Everything's fine. This is fine. Am I running the wrong way? It definitely was. I mean, I guess if you're like hurting for like chunks as well, you might want to just go ahead and come over here. This was the room we missed. Ah. The one was pushing him. We can go with that. And this is the boss is over here, guys, right? So we're just making sure there's absolutely nothing left to pick up. Yeah, he went around there. Then what happened? Oh, oh. I think he was probably running from one of those like coffins, and it caught up and smushed him. Probably. That's probably what happened. That's it. A whole lot of nothing left to do but kill the boss. I guess we can use lightning. I kind of forget where the boss's weak spot is at for this one, but we're just gonna hit him. Yeah, we're just gonna hit him. still on Reborn, guys. If you are in this fight, you can hear the Bell Maidens, right? They do help them out through the whole fight, so you want to take care of them. I'll just stay right up here. Then, you know, there's the basic tower knight kind of thing. Just run up here. Kill his buddies. Kill his mommies. I have to remember that my stats aren't that great. Basically, they'll be taking pop shots, right? They'll be throwing fireballs and stuff. Actually, I believe it's like little fireballs. When I first fought him and I didn't know anything, I think I just left them alive because I didn't know I could come over here. Like I said, I don't know what he's weak against or like where his weak spot is, I forget. So we're just gonna try our best to let him have it. Where's our weak spot? Is it this? Is it this one? Is it that right there? Are you the weak spot? That stuff don't let that touch. He's doing massive damage to me. As you can see. No! Fail. I'm also running into my balance. So I do think it's this kind of thing. I think I gotta go around to get my this one as well, but I'm already here. So I'll just take advantage of that. Let's see if we can get this one. Nope. Oh well, we got him. Trophies when we're born, guys, you know, trophy for every boss, I believe. Now, I guess we should go back to the Hunter's Dream, huh? And level up a little bit. Alright, what are we lacking? A little bit of Blood Tinge, a little bit of Arcane. We do need, what, 25 Arcane? Ah, crap. Well, I guess we can wrap up Blood Tinge, right, and then we'll go for Arcane. And then we can just work on Vitality after. Right, that's the plan. And we do have some Blood Echoes, so we're just gonna pop them and try to make it there. Almost. Almost, but that'll do. Let's repair everything. And I guess we will just use the Ludwigs. Alright, so all we have left is a Blood Rock. Right, I do think there's only one in the base game. So whatever we plus 10 is gonna have to be like our weapon, right? Like our thing. We'll hold off on that a little bit. We'll try to level everything else up that's like interesting, right? We do have to work on the Beast Cutter as well. We'll work on that in a little bit. We'll see what Blood Gems, if it needs any better ones. Okay, we put all the best ones at the top. So this one is just pure physical up. I think we'll use that. Attack versus the can. Thrust. Cane scaling. Okay. And unfortunately we can't put any of these up because it'll just negate all our physical damage. Wait. This I'll have to do. Okay. Alright. I feel pretty powerful. I ain't hit anything yet, but I feel pretty powerful. What I think we'll do as well is we'll check up on Cathedral Ward. We'll see if we can wrap up any of the storylines here. I do believe it is the Lady of Pleasure's time for her storyline to get wrapped up. Remember that, guys. That's her title. She's a Lady of Pleasure, or a Woman of Pleasure. We'll see if she's here. Don't read that. Don't look at it. She's still here. You okay? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Well, you know, we told her we had our woes and she went out to get us some more sedatives. Here she is. Now, do you think she came through and got us some sedatives? Nice. That's the end of her. Something killed her. I mean, I guess maybe an amygdala got her. You can see just how, like, you know, assuming a beast or something killed her. Like, it doesn't take much to be away from the incense, right? Because this incense, like, right here. She's just right out here, and then she got unalived. That's the old woman's storyline. It's all done. Nothing else for her to do. Now, something important we have to do, because we want a specific storyline, is we're going to have to consume these umbilical cords. They're also known as cords of the eye, I believe. And we're just going to check if that progresses her storyline. I forget what makes it progress exactly, right? So we'll check. Because she should be pretty close to being complete here. You sure? Alright. guys do remember that I did get a key in Yard Wall, right? So the key is for here. Is for Upper Cathedral Ward. But you guys remember when we reached the exact top of this, it's locked. So let's make our way back to the top. Let's make our way to the top. And these are lower level guys, right? So you don't have to bother if you don't want. I do think that brick troll can climb up ladders, by the way. So just be careful with that. So there's weird little jelly baby there, right? A little jelly bean. We'll leave him be for now. Because we have places we need to be. Oh, that was too early. That was too early. Just gonna ignore these guys for now. If they bite you, they will cause frenzy, by the way. Be careful with that. Something is wrong here. Adela's story, Ariana's story should be done by the... Sorry for the stutter, but... should be done. Honestly, something's going on. I'm missing a step. I have to be. But I'm gonna check on her again, just to make sure.
The old girl you sent over, she's dead. Killed, stone dead. Why? Must have been a beast, right? Or do you think someone out there could have... I just don't... Oh... Well... I do know. It's my fault. All mine. Was it a beast?
So, you know, he's sad because someone got her. He's like probably like one of the nicest people in the whole game. Right, but there he goes. Right, there she goes. Okay, not much we can do for her. We'd have to figure out what I'm missing for her story though, because I'm pretty sure at this point earthy undated. I don't know why I bothered with that. I'm just making sure we got everything. We did finish up Gascoigne's daughter's questline. We finished up the old woman's. The suspicious man, he's been dealt with. We got the 2 chords already. So I do think most of those things we have left is just we could do stuff all the way at the top right where we're at, which I guess we'll go do. And while we do that, guys, while we load up, give me just a second. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. 3-4 minutes, real quick. Hold on. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm probably just missing like storyline for her, right? More than likely. I've been thinking about it a lot, but I think we're safe for the quest line for now. What we will do is go back up. Let's see. Is it here? We'll go to Upper Cathedral Ward. We'll poke around in there. I got to see some of the Game Awards, right? I saw the trailer for Armored Core, which hopefully they fix that game up a lot. Right, I enjoyed the old Armored Core, like the first 2 or 3. I know they're gonna souls it up, right? So we'll see what happens with that. As you can see, our frenzy's getting really quick. You don't have to kill these little guys. I do believe these are... Oh, crap. I didn't realize I was building up so fast. You have to be careful. Are they weak to thrust? Yeah, they're weak to thrust. Okay. The CG trailer looked cool. They, you know, Armored Core, they do all the sorties look cool, right? But as far as like the gameplay goes, like it really started turning me off after a while. And then with that said, like the older games, the combat is very old, right? Like it's very tank control-y, which is understandable because you're in a walking tank. But it does need to be refined a little bit. Hopefully, you know, hopefully when they bring it into the modern day, it feels good to play. But I think we should switch up our gear real quick. My bad. I forgot how my guy looks. Let's take a look at him. It had a very Souls-like CG trailer, but I mean, if you like really sat down and looked at the older Armored Core that's on PlayStation, the storyline was very Souls-like to begin with. Which, you know, it is a FromSoft game, so I guess it makes sense. We need something with some good frenzy resist. 49? Okay, Graveguard it is. Alright. And there's babbies everywhere. I mean, you don't gotta kill these guys, right? I'd rather not get status while I'm looking around, though. I kinda wanna get bit with Frenzy and see how fast it builds up, but we won't do that. Okay, so we have the choir set, which might have some good frenzy on it. I guess we'll take a look right now. Where's the frenzy at? No, the frenzy's not good at all, but we'll take a look at it. Attire of the choir, high-ranking members of the Healing Church. Members of the choir are both the highest-ranking clerics of the Healing Church and scholars who continue the work they began in Bergenworth. Together with the left behind Great One, they look to the skies in search of astral signs that may lead them to the rediscovery of true greatness. So they, you know, they're the doctors, the scholars, you know, blah blah blah. They have a left behind Great One somewhere. They're working together. We'll take a look at it, but we don't have the full set yet. But we can still check it out. There it is. We're missing a piece. Not bad. Not bad. It's okay. I think we're done with the frenzy. Ah, I forgot about this helmet. We picked this up in Yarhargul. Iron helmet worn by hunters of the Unseen Village. Removing the hood reveals something reminiscent of a warrior of a previous age. This headwear is made of metal, a rarity for Hunter Guard, and has high defenses but only against physical attacks. So basically it's just this right here but without the hood. And it looks like a Spartan helmet, right? Or like a gladiator helmet rather. And there it is. We'll just spray the cane her set for now. So here's where I usually farm for blood chunks. As you can see, if you look at the chandelier, like look at the very top of it, there's like a beast up there. Eventually that chandelier will drop, right? And those 3 wolves, it's like a group of wolves there. They can drop blood chunks. And usually I don't have a problem farming them because I have high arcane anyway, but this character is going to be a little bit of an issue. I try to get that. As you can see, there's someone just behind this door, but this door, I don't know from here. And I don't think I can take advantage of the game, of the stage. It just doesn't seem to work. Yeah, it's a no-go. But just remember that he's back there. I'll give him some room. Maybe he dropped a blood chunk. Nope. No luck for me. I know it's a dark arena, so we'll use the torch for now. This is to our detriment, though. So if you go down there, that chandelier is going to drop. You can see there's like more than one beast. And like downstairs there's a bunch of them. So we'll just like take a little look around. Maybe this door open now. There's another from this side. Alright. Alright. So what we'll do is, I have an idea. Locked. Oh no. Oh no, it's locked. What do we do? Well, for now, we're gonna have to dodge and back and dodge. That's the plan right now. Hey. 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 Okay. Wow. That happens. Oh, he really backhanded me. Was that a headbutt? No. He does steal your insight, guys, if you have some insight on you. And I just realized they look like they were clipping through the wall, huh? Got him. Never should have shown me where you're at. Yeah, I know, this is a little cheesy, but they started it. There's even a note here letting me know. And we got the Cosmic Badge, right, the Cosmic Eye Watch Badge. That is the badge for the choir. We'll take a look at it. Badge of the choir. That phantom really scared the hell out of me. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Church of Leads. Badge of a member of the choir, leads of the healing church. The eye signifies the very cosmos. As you can see, the pupil is just space, stars. Right, the choir stumbled upon Epiphany very suddenly and quite by accident. Here we stand, feet planted in the earth, but might the cosmos be very near us, only just above our heads? Yes. Yes. And I'm trying to be careful here. Because, you know, there's stuff around every corner all the time. Can't be too sure what's going on. On the bright side, blood chunks maybe. Yeah, yeah, blue elixirs. Well, there's still some wolves left. But alone you should be eager to handle. And I don't think we're quite done yet because I do hear the pitter patter of little feet. I'm not sure if that's a trap or not. Ambush, right? There you are. You can see there's some stuff here. I do want to deal with him though. I think this is just little elixirs all over the place, so we'll take a look in a moment. Wow, I actually parried that, but I guess he had priority. That is another grab on me, so I'll let him do all those like blue attacks or grabs. And then we have the blindfold cap, which is just the last part of the choir uniform. We'll take a look at the whole thing together. There's a choir garb. We'll just wear it. And this was the brain circuit that was behind this door. So there's a shortcut. Cool, cool. They almost rewarded him with that blow. They almost let him go. There's the orphanage key. We'll open that door in a minute. Let's just open this door. Oh no, this is the door he was behind. I'm sorry, guys. Right. But with that said, now I think we can just go back downstairs, right, and use our key to open up the door. Which I want to do because I think that's like, this opens up like, you know, shortcuts. There we go. Now we can make a straight run. So now I can find some blood chunks. Right, so that's like, you know, that's just leading up into it, so now we can just come right to the front door. The wolves will be walking around here. I could like, you know, I could draw them over here into the, like this closed space and kind of bottleneck them. And that's how you will farm your blood chunks, right? You just like use your hunter's mark whenever you're done farming the wolves. That's what you do, guys. I do believe Diablo 3 got a, I mean 4. They didn't get a drop, a date. It comes out in June, I believe. Hopefully we can all have fun on that game. This is important, we need this right here, so let's take a look. Make contact, that's an important emote we'll be using for later. We'll take a look at it when it's time to use it because it's a long emote. It's very important that you get this. So make sure you use your key and open this door. And then you can, you know, go back to the front. Everything's fine, guys. Look, we're making rapid progress, I think. We're making rapid progress. Right, so, you know, when you open your shortcut, make sure you go up these stairs, that's progression. But make sure you go back there and you get that emote. I didn't get to see the trailer or anything like that. I think I basically tuned in just in time for like the end of Max's stream. And then I watched his like Street Fighter run back and his Tekken run back. How much is the pre-order? You know, I'm just hoping it's good. That's all we can do is just wait and see for it to come out. Fortunately. I would like for it to be good, please. So here's some of my flower stuff, guys. Bunch of messengers, a bunch of kin. I do believe these were orphans. They got turned into kin. Acquire did explain us orphans, and you know there's an orphanage here, and they use children. To make them all. Yeah. Game prices are going up too rapidly. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I do believe the trick is to find one that's like kind of trying to hide. I think that is the trick. Unless I'm remembering it wrong and we just keep beating it up until they make a giant one. Which also might be something. I guess we'll find out. No, see, there's one that's always back, like holding off, you see him? Hey! Stay still. There we go, now he's getting it. Let's destroy this area. We'll just cut it out. Okay, I'll have to look at a trailer like when I'm done. Even though I don't really pre-order anymore anyway, right? I just kind of wait. I kind of wait and see these days usually. So there you go, guys. We got a trophy for killing the emissary. So I think this is like the only quote-unquote like what do they call them in Dark Souls? Illusionary walls, right? So this is like the only illusionary wall in the whole game, and here it is right here, quote-unquote illusionary wall. There you go, guys. And you end up here, and you look down there. There's where we fought the cleric beast at, right? We fought Amelia, the first vicar. And we have a call beyond, which is an arcane spell. We don't have the arcane for it. I'm almost certain. Yeah, it's 40. I have made some pretty big mistakes, I will admit, like with pre-orders. Like, I pre-ordered Anthem. That was a bad call. Man, that was a bad call. That left a bad taste in my mouth, too. And then I pre-ordered, my friend got me hyped for that Shonen Jump game that came out like a couple years ago. Oh yeah. I bought that game. I played it for like, I remember perfectly. We'll talk about it. Let's just do it this way. Okay. So I remember playing Anthem, right? I was so hyped for that game. I should have just thought more about it, right? I pre-ordered it. I got it. I got off of work. Luckily it came out like on a Friday, right? I got off of work, sat down, beat it in like 2 days. It definitely flopped. It definitely flopped. The combat felt good. It's just there was a severe lack of content and a lack of like customization and a lack of like a severe lack of content. Like the storyline was very small, and it looked like it felt like they butchered it. It was just bad. The storyline was bad. The end game, there was no end game. I was really hoping that maybe they could turn it around when they were thinking about, like fixing everything, and then they just let it die, which I guess was for the best. Not every game could come back from the abyss. Oh, a lot of wasted potential there. And I also pre-ordered that Shonen Jump game that felt like Xenoverse a little bit. My friend really got me hyped for that one. And that game sucked. Bad. Bad game. Okay, guys. We're at the next boss here. You guys can see it in there. There's the boss right there. From here, it looks like a dragon, doesn't it? I'm sure a lot of people thought it might have been like a dragon. Well, I mean, if you got to this point, you know it was like very Lovecraftian, but it looks like a dragon. Looks like it could be a dragon. There's Damien Amensis. I don't think we'll call him this time around. So here we are, guys. Light shining down. You can take a look at all this stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, I was hoping it was going to be, because I will admit I do like Xenoverse a lot. Like I played a lot of Xenoverse 2, a lot of it. So I was hoping it would be, at least fun like that. But the biggest issue with that game was like it was built around making your own, basically like shonen, protagonist. And the biggest issue for me was that when you made him and you were like giving him his moves, he didn't have access to all the moves in the game, right? So even with the storyline, this universe was fun, right? I don't know if I could go back again and play it, because I would have to sit there and play the story, which the story was okay for a Dragon Ball story, right? But I don't want to sit there and go through it. I played Xenoverse 2. It was okay. I played a lot of them, but I did play with friends and stuff like that. It always makes stuff better. If I could go in there solo, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But yeah, that was Shonen Jump's biggest flaw was that it had a bunch of moves that NPCs had that you couldn't get, and not even like you couldn't unlock them through like playing the story, right? So a lot of the moves I liked were from like Yu Yu Hakusho, older anime. I couldn't get those. Anything with like a sword, because your character didn't have a sword, right? So a lot of those moves were cut off. A lot of guys with rifles that had like rifle moves, you couldn't get those. Very bare bones and shitty. It turned me off, like I played it for like a day, and I realized that I was never gonna have access to it. I love the spirit gun. Yu Yu is a great anime. Yu Yu's a great anime. I wish I could have had all the Yu Yu moves and the City Hunter moves and all that stuff, but they didn't let me have them. But so I played it for a day, and I realized that we couldn't get it. I love the Dark Tournament, right? That's one of my favorite tournament arcs. We'll start off right here. If you guys didn't know, this is her butt. So I think if you just stay on her right, you can just punish her. And unfortunately, this is like for a lot of Souls games, like this is the best way you deal with that enemies is you just kind of stay as close as you can and you smack their butt. Unfortunately, yeah. But I do believe the problem was the guy, the guy that made it, he also, and I might start watching it, he also did Hunter x Hunter. I think it's called like Hunter x Hunter as well. But the problem was that he was getting... Hold on. Let's back it up for a second. It's fucked up. Please, I'm so sorry. Me being next to her is just causing me problems. So I have to deal with that. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. Basically, Yu Yu was like one of his first mangas, right? And eventually he got to a point where like he needed just a little break, but he started getting a lot of death threats, and people were begging him to finish the anime. So he just got so like fed up with like art and stuff like that that he basically on purpose shittily finished Yu Yu Hakusho, and he finished it in such a way that you couldn't like continue it. And that was his way of like sticking it to the fans. And then after he had a little break, he came back and he did something new, and it was Hunter x Hunter. And with that said, I've never seen Hunter x Hunter. I've seen maybe like a brief, like maybe half an episode, but I didn't know that he worked on it. So I would like to give it a chance. I just gotta sit down and have the time to watch a whole anime like that. I'm not sure how many seasons it is, right? I know there's like an old Hunter x Hunter and a new one. And that was a greatest, guys. By the way, I know it wasn't that engaging, right? But big bosses like that, you really just basically hug them, right? You hug their hip and you just give them a spanking. And I didn't see what we got for that. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not quite sure what we got. Ah, really? Maybe he's known. Because like I said, the only reason Hunter x Hunter came on my radar is because I watched someone on YouTube did a documentary for Yu Yu Hakusho, and he talked about the artist. I don't know his name, right? But he talked about how he finished Yu Yu, and a lot of people are disappointed with Yu Yu's ending, right? Me included. And he talked about how he, after he had a break, he did Hunter x Hunter, and that's the only reason I even know that. Ah, okay. Well, maybe the anime ending is like one of those endings they did just for the anime, and it might be different in the manga. So hopefully the newer one, if there is a newer one, is good. But we finished this part, guys. Easy work, right? Easy work. We're getting up there. We're really close to just like almost finishing everything. We don't have that much left to go. I know always say that, but we can like if I went hard enough, we could just finish this today. I think we'll do a little bit of the next part and then we will start wrapping it up. It's kind of late here, but we'll try it. We'll definitely try it. And we do have some blood chunks. We do have some blood chunks. I could go into the DLC and try to like grab some more stuff, but I think that's kind of counterproductive. For now at least. Let's keep going with this actual story. So we have to go to your goal, like the very end of the level, which is at Advent Plaza. Hopefully, I don't really watch too much anime, right? So like me trying to get into anime is like a lot of effort for me. I like more classic ones, like I said, Yu Yu. I like Trigun. I like the old Hellsing. The new Hellsing is okay too. Uh, Hajime no Ippo, right? Old like maybe even like the ultra violent '90s anime, like Demon City, Akira, stuff like that. Akira doesn't count as ultra violent, but I like a lot of the old anime. I mean, even Baki, Grappler Baki kind of is old anime, even though they're making like new ones now. Yeah, I love me some Ippo, man. I'm not sure if, I think I got canceled, right? Unfortunately. And here's Mikalash, guys. We will find out this is Mikalash. As you can see, all these students here, they have these cages on their damn head. Which, like I said earlier, I think in the description it says it lets moonlight in. I thought they were imitating like Amygdala, right? Like, because Amygdala kind of have like a cage around their little brain or whatever it is. But I guess I was wrong. I remember this is like how old Ippo is. I remember seeing a clip, when I was way younger, maybe like 17 or like my early 20s. I saw a clip on public access TV. I'm not even sure if they have public access anymore, but I saw a clip on public access of uh it was like the movie when he got his belt or he retained his title, right? And they didn't say what the name of the anime was or anything like that, and I was obsessed. Like I had to find it, and then eventually I found it like on a forum. Someone said the name, and eventually I was able to, look at it. Okay, guys, here we go. As you guys can see, we take a good look. We are at the upper level of the school. Right, the school that Patches kind of like tricked us into going into. We're on the upper level of it right now. I do believe these guys might be weak to like electricity, and maybe thrust as well. I'm pretty sure. If you guys are having issues with them, we're just gonna hit them as hard as we can. That is gonna be our strategy. And I really want to check this first. There we go. So there we took this. I'm pretty sure it was mid 90s. Like I honestly don't know when it came out either. I just remember just seeing it when I like used to watch regular TV, like when regular TV was a thing, you know. Not all these like streaming sites and services. That's what TV turned into now. But I like 80s and 90s anime basically. Right, like mid to late 80s, early 90s anime, like Vampire Hunter D, all that kind of good stuff. Not that I'm saying this like all anime is bad now, right? I would have to sit down and look at it. Here's a giant. His hands is on fire, guys. He's on fire. Gotta be careful. Let's finish him. Oh, we didn't even finish him. Okay. So, guys. Do you remember when Patches tricked me into coming in here? He gave me the little gift of the Godhead and I came over here. This little ladder leads down to Patches. We'll look away from him for a minute. You guys ready to see him?
Oh, this cannot be. You cannot be. No, you didn't. Lord Amygdala? Oh, how did this come to pass?
There's Back for Life. We can take a look at that one. We'll put it here. There's Back for Life.
Now, wait just a moment.
Alright, alright.
Do you think ill of me? Me?
And you know, he's Patches, right? He's just doing Patches stuff, so we'll forgive him.
Indeed, I should think not. I shared with you a thing most secret. Now you're witness to a miracle, and all the stronger for it. You should appreciate it if you've a grain of gratitude in you. Appreciate it. No matter. Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot.
There he goes, he gives you a pretty good rune.
Oh, doubt me not, sweet compeer. What is friendship but a chance encounter? Ah, well met. My apologies, but I feel a profound thought occurring on the good grace of a certain god and the way he meted out his love. Ah, well met.
Okay. So, you see him, like, later on. I don't know if he shows up if you kill him. But you find him later on in the Chalice dungeon. You do get something for killing him. I can't quite remember what it is at the moment. But he does drop something on his death. And it might just be the rune that we got right now. But also, if you leave him alive, I don't know if he comes back if you kill him, right? If you go into the Chalice dungeons and you really start farming down there, eventually he will pop up as a merchant. And he will sell you some stuff. So I'm going to keep him alive for now. Just because I don't remember what he sells exactly as well. If I find out later, we'll just come back and we'll just thwack him. And let's take a good look at his face, right? We do have our handy little monocular. Let's stand back though, because I don't want to smack him. Now looking to get this game, Patches. He has a pendant on him. Which is honestly, I don't know if that's a joke or not. Like, that might be like a Dark Souls reference, because there's like a, you know, there's like that pendant joke item in Dark Souls that does nothing. And he has a pendant that I don't think you even get, and it doesn't really do anything for him either. So I don't know if that's like a Dark Souls, you know, like a little in joke or whatnot. I'm not sure, honestly. And I've never seen a pendant that was that exact color in any of the games. Well, in like for any of these things, right? Like a Vicar Amelia's amulet is gold. We already popped it open though, right? There's the red brooch. There's no pendant like that. And you can see the school is down here at the bottom, right? So we just opened up a shortcut. Probably. I'm just guessing it might be that pendant in Dark Souls you get. Well, you can get as a starting item, and the pendant literally was a joke. Like it did nothing for you. You can see everything's explored up here. There was a door that we passed by that you can open up. Here it is. And like now whenever you teleport to the lecture hall, as long as you opened up the shortcut with patches, you can use the upstairs and the downstairs, guys. So don't forget about that. The nameless moon presence, beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. Oh, there's another note here. 3/3 chords. So there's your clue, guys, to use the chords, right? If you read this one, the nameless moon presence, beckoned by Lawrence, right? And then 3/3 chords. So you need 3/3 chords, and you might be able to beckon something. The nameless moon presence. Everything's all twisted up. These are people's faces. And I believe these were people at one point. So many, they turned into a cave. Let's make sure there's no lantern here. Okay, no lantern. You know what? We might need some resistance here. We might need just a little bit of it. What was that? I saw something on my screen for a second. Is there a bell ringing maiden here? I don't hear any bells. So you do have to be careful here, guys. Not right away, but we are coming up on some unavoidable damage, I believe. We're gonna have to do a lot of running. There's some Lorance over beast here. Be careful. Our weapon is +9 right now, so we should be in an okay spot with damage. Oh my god, we can't die yet. We can't die yet. I have too many souls on me. No. No. No, where's the lamp? Where's the lantern? This is like one level. And we could finish up our blood tinge and we could work on our can. Oh man. Well, I gotta do what I gotta do. Oh wait, is that a lantern right there? I see a light. What's this note? Remember use of terrain. That's not a lantern. Okay. So here comes some of the Lovecraft art. So as long as I'm in line of sight of this thing that I'm looking at or is looking at me, the minute it actually starts, like I will start getting hit with frenzy. So we gotta be quick, right? Hide behind this. Here's the lantern. Okay. It's time to level up. But you like the little note said on the floor, use your terrain, so you have to hide behind the wall, let your frenzy go down a little bit. That is unavoidable damage. You'll have to eat that damage. You can come back later after you deal with whatever is actually in there, giving off that strange glow.
Well, what is it? Very well.
Bam. Nice. Nice, okay. Okay. We're actually almost done with the build as well. Now that I look at it. So here's a 15. We are using the moon rune though. We have a shitty moon rune. We're gonna get a new one pretty soon. Luckily for us. Nightmare Frontier. Nightmare Frontier. Okay. You know, honestly surprised I didn't get called by all my Elden Ring buddies to partake in the PvP. I don't have any Elden Ring builds anymore. Like this is the wrong one. You know, because everybody was all hyped for that arena stuff. I don't really have any builds. I don't even know if I want to play Elden Ring ever again, to be honest with you. But it would kind of be nice to have a PvP build. I don't know if I want to put in the work for something I'm not really going to be playing at all. Nightmare of Mensis. That game could have did, you know, in my opinion, it would have been a lot better if the open world is really shrunk down a lot. There's like vast waves of nothing in there. You know, it's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just not feeling that game's aesthetic. And there goes the frenzy building up. And these littler beasts, right? So, my biggest advice for you guys would be to just run. And keep running. And keep running. Keep running. And then once you make it to about here, you should be good. But you might as well just keep running. Right? And then once you're like tired, stop. Right? And then keep running. That's what I would do if I were you guys, right? And then once you deal with that thing in the building, you could come back out here and explore. That's what I would do if I were you guys. And whenever we get that symbol of like the bell ringing moment, that means I can get invaded here, which, I mean, given the game's life cycle, like I said, if anybody invades me, I'm as good as dead. And you guys can see there's a bunch of stuff in here. As usual, you can use the terrain to help you out. Right? And you might want to do that, because it's a bit much. Jesus. Hold on a second. That character's not that strong. We gotta pick and choose our battles, guys. You son of a bitch. He's trying to... Did he just try to Dempsey roll me? Oh, guys, the Dempsey roll. I could have died there. That was very risky, but you know, even taking advantage of like the game's terrain and stuff like that, you're never really safe. But even here, there's a bunch of. Let's take care of her though. And if you kill her in time, you don't get invaded. You see, even here, there's a bunch of little spiders. And I say little spiders compared to the big ones, right? Those are still pretty big spiders. There's some egg sacs on the walls, you guys can see, right? What's in here? Nothing? Okay. Grab all this stuff. Oh, was that it? Was that it? Oh, okay. Got some shaman bow blades. Those are actually like really good items. What shaman bow blades do, guys, is basically if you poke someone with it, it'll make them hostile towards their allies. So if there's like really big enemies you don't want to deal with, you can kind of poke him and let him like start killing everything. You can see there's someone over there. Just taking a little look around. Let's actually check where the bell ringing woman was at. Make sure we're not missing any items. Just to be sure. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with this so far. Alright. Alright. So here's this guy. Bolt is effective. Thank you for that tip. Oh. I forget his name. Right, but basically I think he got as far as he could get and then he just was too scared to go on, right? So he just kind of camped out on this bridge. But we need a pass and he doesn't want to die, so he attacks first. And he tries to hit hard too. He's running my stuff. I don't know if he dropped anything for it. Sedative. Yeah, he was going crazy out here, which understandable, sir. Let's take a look. There's a lot of nothing. Right. These guys walking around, most of them are non-hostile unless you attack them first. Guess what? I'm gonna attack them first. Mostly because I want to see if they have anything on them. Okay, nothing. There are some that are hostile, so take that into account. There's a shortcut here, so let's just activate it. Actually, I'm gonna go down because I think there is a mountain that we can hit. Keep in mind that will start activating again. But you can see we're pretty close to the source, so it's not going to bother us too much. I still advise that you deal with that problem first. And then you can come back and do everything. That is the camera. That's the bad camera doing all this stuff here. Okay. Alright. And I think... just look around for some items. That's the elevator there, right? And I thought I just saw some people coming from around the corner. Ah, there they are. Okay. Interesting. This node isn't like lore, right? But these are awfully small people. Are these kids? Like I said, they make it sure that you can't see, like if it's a kid, you can never see their face. So I wonder if these are children and that's why they're not hostile. They're just crazy. It would explain a lot, right? Because I thought they were just like midgets or whatever, or what are they called? Dwarves? I'm sorry. Please don't get dwarves. I thought they were dwarves, right? But it would make sense if they were children. And that's why they don't let you see their face at all. And they don't sound human, so there's like no way you can tell. Okay. But there are some enemies in Canehurst that are very small like this too, so they could just be adults. I don't think so, though. No, I really don't think so. Blue elixir, so a lot of nothing. I don't want to drop down there because we don't have too much, too many health files. And you do have to be careful because we do come across some hostile ones, which are adults. Okay. Sorry. Now we have stuff we need to deal with. Okay, let's just come back up here. Wow. Okay, that was a bad idea. Everything is going bad now. Oh god. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Give me a second. I should have did that to begin with. Okay. She fights like the butcher as well. Whew, that was close. God damn. I gotta remember to keep this on me. This beast roar. This is more for PvP, but as you can see, it has its applications here. I'm kinda just hoping one of them drops a blood vial. Even their attacks, though, they fight like children, right? They do a lot of pushing and shoving. I think a shoulder tackle me too. I did a shoulder block. Right, their fighting is no more than pushes and shoves. You have to be careful in this section because you can get knocked off the edge. They really want you to like look at the edge so they could kick you off of it too. So we're gonna take our time a little bit. Remember footing. Remember your footing, guys. Remember your training. You gonna push me? It's not upgraded yet, so we gotta be careful still. Okay. You should I add that? Okay. Oh. Dirty damp blood gem. Oh wait, here it is. Add rapid poison. Okay. And we're doing all the sneaking. Well, we were doing the sneaking because and what I think we'll do is switch to that. Now, I feel like I'm missing an item. And now that it's cleared out, we have some room. Well, unfortunately, we're pretty low on vials. I lost a lot of them running away from one of those enemies earlier. And it looks like they're being stingy. But I really do feel like I'm missing something here, so let's go back. Let's go back. Let's just be absolutely certain. I feel like there was a chest that I didn't open. But I could just be thinking about this shortcut that I didn't take. I mean, I took the shortcut, but we didn't go down and explore. Let us be certain. Okay, and one more. Okay, there it is. Yellow backbone. That was anticlimactic. Also, guys, ignore the the ambiance, right? I am definitely back in New York, as you guys can tell with the sirens. We'll switch back. We do have the HP regen in our gun. As you can see, it's really nothing, right? You would have to build a lot of HP regen, like in your for your blood gems. I'm not sure how well that works because I never tried to focus purely on HP regen. I don't think it's good for PvP, mind you guys, because you just get hit so hard, so fast sometimes that the HP regen isn't going to count for much. It might come in handy in PvE, right? If you really want to have one character and farm everything, and have like a set of weapons that are just for HP, you know, for PvE only, that might be a decent option. And luckily, I do think we are coming up to a bonfire or a lantern, whatever you guys want to call it. And here we go, guys. Now you can see why the crows bark all the time. It's because they actually have dog heads. Even though you see the dogs are eating like crows, right? But that's why the crows bark. Oh my god. Why? Why did he fortress me? Unfortunately, we can't really get in there because you will die. They will just peck you to death, and you'll get stun locked. That is one thing I really hate about like most of the Soul games is like the dogs and the birds and the you know, the smaller creatures, the wolves or whatever they like to add in the game. Hey. Right, as you can see, very annoying. Very annoying stuff. You can jump into here. But we're gonna auger him. Come on out. Come on out. Okay. Fail. Let's try that again. Hello? Oh crap, I can't believe that happened. Oh my god, why? Well, on the bright side, guys, we hit this lantern here, right? So we're pretty close still. Nobody clipped that. That's not clip worthy. That never happened. It was a dream. It was all a bad dream. Okay, so let's just, now let's just hoof it, right? Let's just run as fast as our little legs could take us. And, I guess I'll just jump over there another day. No, we'll make that jump. We'll try it again. But we just gotta be careful here, because all these enemies come back. Right, so just, also have to call the elevator back down, which is gonna be a problem. These enemies they aren't the type that, like, you know, they're not like Elden Ring where you could drop them down the hole, basically. Did they fall down? They might have fallen down. Nice. Should we try that again, guys? I do think I actually just had to roll into there. Right? Now that I thought about it. I told you, easy, right? Easy. That makes sense. That's where we came from. Okay. We are close to basically also, like, if you guys are like doing like legit gem farming, right? Because there's a lot of farming you can do with like cliffs and stuff like that, which, you know, if you played the game a bunch already, as you guys know, in this game there is no respec, right? So all the tricks you can do in this game, I would advise if you've been playing it for years, right? You might as well just do it and make your life easier. But if you like legit gem farming, this is like the first place you could actually farm decent gems at. You see all the dogs have crow heads. But we're getting close to it, so hopefully, I mean, I won't be farming any gems today, or tonight, or this morning. But maybe I can show you guys. It's like I do think it's down here. Oh no, this ain't it. This is just the other shortcut. But there you go, guys. So now, like, when you come back to explore, right, there's all kinds of shortcuts you can take. And here we are. Once you cross this threshold, I do believe we'll be in boss territory. So we're about to start playing tag, basically.
Ah, cause. Some say cosm. Do you hear our prayers? No, we should not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
Here we are. Get ready, guys. I don't know how long this is going to take. You can deal with these marionettes if you want. They will come back because they're just puppets. But there he is, and he's going to start running. And guess what? He's going to keep running. He's even gonna fake you out and run this way and that way. But here are we cornered him, so has a chance to do some good damage to him. Keep in mind all these people have like a lot of arcane, so he will try to arcane you up. What? What? Did I control that? That was weird.
Oh, majestic! The hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. Nightmares, worlds, dreams,
Oh. So he's playing hide and seek. Funny enough, guys, if you got the disc and you don't have online, he does bug out a lot, and he won't ever run into a room. I didn't know that, so I basically just shot him to death, which took maybe 30 minutes. Oh, we're doing stuff like this. I think he just goes to the other room, right? To the other half of the hall. But you should take this opportunity to explore and make sure you're not missing anything item-wise. I do think all the items are in the next part of the level. We're just gonna double check. There is like some stuff you can miss in here, by the way, so when you come to this part, just come down the stairs. It's a pretty good room for leveling, you might want to get it. This is like a trick, right? They want you to go after this thing. I mean, I want to kill it too. Okay. There's like enemies waiting down there for me. My sword is not doing me any favors here. That's a little dust. But yeah, make your way downstairs. There are some like more enemies here as well. Just be careful. So I know you don't run into them. I'm gonna hit Sign Sam as well. Like I did also. I do think it's just time to upgrade my health. Okay. That was the bigger threat. And I think we just gotta deal with the little guy here. And here's the good news, right? Like I said, the more like clear it is, the better it is, right? So you get a better echo. I don't know why. I think my controller's acting up, but I'll just it's a better one. Then you can go back upstairs. Make sure you grab all the stuff. Keep in mind there are enemies here. stop you tonight. I'm gonna stop you. Alright, keep making your way. See, this is like the most non-boss fighty boss fight. There's no one else much stuff. But you might want to keep looking around as well. There's maybe some goodies here. Some frenzy cold blood. You know, you can he is waiting down there, so we will go back down there, but just take a little look around. Be careful. Don't drop down there. I'm kind of just making sure there's nothing else to be had. You can see him waiting down there. I mean, you could kind of like shoot him and stuff. Right, it's not doing too much there. But you can do all the shooting in the world and eventually, you know, it's not doing any damage, so there's no point in it. Even trying to drop down on him, there's nothing. I don't know, I'm just gonna take another little look around because I want to make sure I'm not going to Can I grab that? There we go. Looks like it. Okay. So this is where we drop down there, right? And then you want to run out. Which, funny enough, okay, we gotta drop down. So you ran up here. Luckily our weapon gives us a lot of like left to right. Oh, it says we can do it. Wait. Wait. I'm missing something now. Missing something here. Is it over here? Where's the trunk? There it is. There's the door. Okay. And here's that gun. Take a step forward. Okay. Tag him. This might kill me. And again, I'm sorry. He's doing arcane shit. He's really gonna make me work. Yeah, he's really gonna make me work. He's never done it this many times. He usually mixes it up, you know? Piece of shit. Suffer. Suffer. So unfortunately for him, his body's not in a good way, so, you know, he's gone forever, right? He was kind of strong, though, a little bit. He does fight us barehanded as well, right? He does go fisticuffs on us, but okay, we have the Mensis cage, so we could take a look at it now. The School of Mensis controls the unseen village. This hexagonal iron cage suggests their strange ways. The cage is a device that restrains the will of the self, allowing one to see the profane world for what it is. It also serves as an antenna that facilitates contact with the great ones of the dream. But to an observer, the iron cage appears to be precisely what delivered them to their harrowing nightmare. Okay, here's the cage, guys. Someone said it lets moonlight in, but maybe they were just speculating. We're basically just wearing an antenna. And not all great ones use moonlight, right, to speak to you or commune, so I feel like they were just speculating. Maybe? I'm not sure. I do believe he was wearing something like this. And now they actually do make you go all the way back though, so you have to go all the way back to where you first came from. Don't forget to do some exploring, guys. If you, I do think there's something all the way at the bottom of the stairs. I could be wrong, but just make sure. Because you can miss these items and, you know, you're not going to come back here. Especially if you didn't notice like anything was missing to begin with. This was the room that it came from. Don't mind me, guys, I'm just combing over stuff. Just in case. Well, I guess that's about it. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. We did gain a level, right? So, I do think we hit the requirements for Ariana's questline to get wrapped up. So let's I do think we have enough for a level, so let's check that.
Farewell.
And we did get some bloodstone chunks, right? Now the question is, do we want to use the beast cutter, right? Do we want to use anything else in particular, right? Maybe we just stick with the beast cutter. Now we'll just level that up. This is kind of like really just a strength build, this seems like, because we're just using strength weapons. But I mean, they're good strength weapons. And let's get some gems in there. We'll get the best ones we could find for them. So, up to the top. Alright, that seems like that's okay. Blunt attack is very good for it too, honestly. But physical counts for the blunt as well. So take that into account, guys. And we did get a triangle gem, I think. Was it a good one? Oh, we could use there it goes. Add rapid poison, left hand, physical attack, arcane attack. Nothing great. Let's check on Miss Ariana. Now remember, we need 3/3 chords, right? We consumed 2 of them. If you guys remember where we got the first one, it was in the old Hunter's Workshop, like the OG one. And the second one you get from Imposter Yusefka. I do think there's actually 4 of them, right? Just in case you miss one, because I think you could lock yourself out of a quest by accident, which I think might be by killing Imposter Yusefka early. So I forget how you get the extra one at the moment. If I remember, if I figure it out later, I'll let you guys know. But you get your 3rd one, as you can see. Ariana's gone. She left a bunch of ketchup on the floor, right? Because she's having a nice burger. So, you know, we want some of the burger. So we gotta follow the bloodstains and let down here. And there she is. You know all that stomach pain she was having? She just had to go to the bathroom. Look what came out. I do believe these are Odin's children, because we're in the tomb of Odin. So I forget where I heard it from, but I think these are Odin's offspring. All these little, like, fetus things.
It can't be. This is a nightmare.
So she goes crazy. So, you know, like, you know, we're Mr. Nice Guy, right? For sure we are. So we just want to help her out. We just want to get rid of this thing, right? Hold it. Unfortunately, once you kill the fetus, so too goes the mother. And there's the umbilical cord. And that's the end of her quest line. And you get her shoes. For some reason, we'll get her shoes. We'll just, I guess we'll take a look at them. Shoes worn by Ariana, Woman of the Night, in the Cathedral Ward. Innocent and cute, in contrast with its owner, because, you know, she was a lady of pleasure, a woman of pleasure, Woman of the Night. She wasn't innocent. Although, I mean, she wasn't a bad-looking lady. She's blinking. They didn't fix her model. She's blinking. Ariana? Busted. From soft. Cutting corners. But she is dead for all intents and purposes, guys. That's the end of her quest line. And we have the 3 chords. Right, we have the 3 chords. Let's consume it. So now we're all primed for the ending you want to get. You know, we're almost at that point, guys. We're almost at that point. It's unfortunate. You know, after all the work we put in to get them there, they still made a bad ending. I do think if you, like, avoid certain endings, like, you could have them live, they'll just kind of, like, go crazy, you know? Even though Ariana, in retrospect, we haven't done anything to her, right? So I think no matter what, she does not make it. She does not make it. And I just want to look up there real quick, and then we'll probably wrap the stream up. It is pretty late, right? So we'll go to Murgo's Loft Metal. I didn't even notice we were at the base yet, but okay. And so I do think this is where the farming spot is for some gems, guys. So I will show you. Maybe we'll do like 1 or 2 like little quick runs and see if we can get anything. You do have to be ready and prepared. So Take that into account. Also right here, guys, this is like a very intense PvP, like, invasion area. So more than likely, I would get invaded here. Highly likely. Even with the time of day it is. So we'll see what it's like. It is very late here, mind you guys, but we'll find out. So there's the bell ringing woman. We do have to take care of these shadows of Yarnum, which I want to do quickly. Just in case the worst happens. So usually invasions happen right around here, right? And then people use this as the arena. It is very late, though, so maybe nobody's going to invade. I'm not particularly built for them either. I'm not used to PvPing with this weapon. But with that said, we can take this shortcut, right? So this is the farming spot. You see this off to the right-hand side? You see that winter lantern? She has the gems that you're trying to go for. So what you do is you go on this elevator, and it starts going down. You see this little window here? You're gonna have to like roll into it. And this is how you farm it basically, so you roll into it. I'm looking for it, guys, I'm looking for it. There it is. And there's a chest here, make sure you get the chest as well. Affected organ. So keep in mind that she does cause frenzy when you look at her. Now that your best bet is basically to parry that right there. You didn't get it, but it's a tight window to get a parry, right? The frenzy did get us. But basically you want to, this is like the way you farm it. You kill her, you run up and kill the other one. We'll try one more time. There is an item down there anyway we have to get eventually, so we're just going to go grab it. And we'll do a couple runs, we'll see if we get anything. Which means we're actually going to really have to run. Just keep in mind as you can get invaded here. And, you know, at this point in the game, I think it's like 7, 8 years old now. These invaders, they will come packing. So be ready. If you're not into it, you know, you could always play offline. That is up to you guys. You know, maybe you'll have a friend with you and your friend is like carrying you and stuff, and it's pretty good. No! Well, that just happened. We'll do it again now. It's not a big deal. Luckily we didn't have that many souls, right? So pretty good. We're pretty good here. And I'm really looking forward to getting my fight up there. My fight is for this point in the game is kinda low. That was some bull right there. Why am I failing so hard right now, guys? Why am I failing so hard? Is it too late for me? Am I out of gas? We'll try it again, right? I really want to do that one time. Why am I having so many issues? Is it one of those things where I just gotta walk? I'm so used to rolling and jumping. Because my first jump there, when we made the jump previously, it was a little iffy, wasn't it? Unfortunately, we do have to go for this. This other building as well. Okay. It's not like last time. Let's overheat that. So he trying to walk off too. I guess it's just one of those things. I guess it's just one of those things. Let's try that one more time. Yes. 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 No! One more. I would like to actually die against the Winter Lantern and not just from the geography, you know. That would be cool. That would be fun. If I don't make it, we'll do a couple more because I am low on gas, right? So we'll do a couple more tries. If I don't make it for whatever reason, we'll just Monday come back with a regular stream. And we'll try to wrap up the story. In the meantime, I'll be on my off characters, you know, trying to catch up to this part. You know, trying to catch up to this part, and you know, that way when I'm finished with him, we can use a stronger character for the playthrough. I'm not quite sure which build we're going to use yet. So basically that's the strategy, right? I did it a little too slow, but I want to visceral her while my frenzy's almost capped. That way when it caps, I have the invincibility of a visceral. And unfortunately, she didn't drop any of these bullets. There are some items there is around this, so just be careful with that. She's not the only Winter Lantern, so there's like, I think about 3 of them to try farming from. Yeah, I want to say about 3. Don't get caught by both of them at the same time, you will die. I'm just trying to maximize my frenzy resist. That's how you want to do it. I still got a little frenzy anyway, but it's okay. And there she goes. She dropped the current stream. So this is like almost like the best you could get. I think it's 4 or 5s. We'll take a look at that one real quick after we're done here. Oh crap. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. This is not good. I'm dead. That's right, we'll take a look at the gem we got, right? So now you know you guys can get like 4 and 5 gems here, right? I think they're mostly abyssals. You would have to really look up like the proper farming methods, right? But this is where you would get like the best ones in the base game aside from the chalice dungeons. Right, so without the DLC, etc., this is like where you would farm them. We'll take a look at it. So 19%, but attack versus beast goes down. Which, you know, cursed ones, they do have like a negative effect, right? So you basically have to balance it. And it could be like, the most ideal one will probably be like increased stamina cost, right? But there is also like attack versus beast down, attack versus kin down. There's HP constantly goes down, which that one is really garbage. You might want to get rid of that one. Right, there's weapon durability down. The most beneficial one, it will be like increased stamina cost, and if you're doing it just for PvP, you can have like attack versus whatever down, because the humans, you know, the people don't count as beast or kin that you're fighting, like, you know, the real people. I believe, at least. You know, also if your weapon is not made for fighting a certain type, like say you have like a saw cleaver or something like that, You know, if you don't mind that attack versus kin down because you're not gonna usually fight kin with it, you know, you can take something like that. Just be assured of what your weapon is designed to kill. And that's where you would farm those gems at. You have to make it to the other side, so either way, you have to do the thing. And I think we'll try, we'll use the blunderbuss. Also, I believe the more insight you have, the harder you get hit by frenzy. I could be wrong on that, by the way, so don't take that for law. We have 81 frenzy, we have a lot of insight. I mean, we have a lot of insight, right? So sedatives do bring it down. So that's why you want to do it while the bar's building up. So you see we had complete immunity from the burst of frenzy, right? Oh, we have a cursed 5. Let's take a look at that one. So physical attack up, 19.8, very good, right? But the negative is attack down, so it's like, it's bad, basically, because it's bringing down the attack anyway. But this is where you know, this is where you farm. If you're very good at parrying and viscerals and stuff like that, you should be golden. If not, I'm sorry. This is it. I know this sucks. I really disappointed in But if you're good like that, you know, it just takes a little bit of practice. Keep in mind they don't always drop them either. You can stock up on sedatives, I believe. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything else, right? Oh, there was a tempering gem there. Just a regular one. Not bad. Not bad. So, good stuff. And then after they're dead, make sure you just take a look around. Right, make sure you're not missing any items. You know, just be thorough, guys, right? Be thorough. And it seems like we're pretty much good. I don't see anything. Okay. And also, don't forget to actually slot the blood gems in. Right, make sure your weapon is upgraded and make sure you slot the gems in, because then they'll be useless otherwise. And get rid of the old gems because you're never going to use them. Right, so if you know you're never going to use the gem, there's no point in having it. Clutter up your inventory space. Here's some more spiders. They have patches for these, kind of. Except they have like 3 stooges here. They got a big old bowl cut. They don't really drop anything. Only the Winter Lanterns have anything worth dropping. And so this is basically the thing that was giving us all those problems, right? Just hit that lever. And then you can see there's something down there. Right, that was the thing that was causing that whole like light to shine down on us. We dropped it into the abyss. And you know, that problem is solved for now. Keep in mind there's a hole here. Make sure like nothing else is, you know, left for us. You can see right across from us there is a Winter Lantern. She cannot come across that little beam though, so don't worry about her too much. Just get all the stuff you can get. Now you can fall down that beam, so be careful. Don't go to the top. Okay. Let's put the sedative on. There is an item over here, like I said, so you're gonna have to deal with her. You can even wait out your frenzy meter a little bit, as you can see like I did. Unfortunately, she didn't drop anything, but there is an item here, guys. And if you arcane build, it is quite a good item. It's the choir bell. Let's take a look at it. Invigorates all cooperating parties, healing them. So here's your healing, guys. Special 112 of the choir, high-ranking members of the church. Fashioned after a bell that projects an arcane sound across planes of existence. The sound of this smaller silver version of the bell does not cross planes, but grants vigor and healing to all cooperators. So there's your magic healing item. It costs a lot of ammo. It is almost not worth it. Almost. And we'll take a look at it. We have 20 Quicksilver bullets, right? So let's pop the choir bell. Now we have 13. So, you know, take that into account. It costs a lot to cast. It's almost like I said, almost not worth it. Almost not worth it, guys. And I don't think there's any more lanterns on this side, so we're just gonna take a nice little look around. Arcane Damp Blood Gem, Great One's Wisdom. Great One's Wisdom. Great One's Wisdom. As you can see, like they all were looking at that thing. And these spears are frenzy spears. These like blood, like iron blood spears poking out of you. So they all got frenzied to death. And like I said, make sure you look around because there is something over here, I believe. I could be wrong, but I do think there is something over here. There it is down there. Alright, just make sure you look everywhere. MS knowledge. Damn, blood gems. Okay. And do remember that we picked up a key in Mikolash's boss fight? Right, so they do think there's a shortcut here. For whatever reason, in case you need it. This is just a shortcut. This is what we call Mikolash at. So say maybe you missed the moon rune or something like that, you can use this to come back. Okay guys, so all that's left to do is to basically drop down here-ish. I want to remind you guys, there's only one of these in the base game, I believe. As you can see, Bloodstone ahead. You must accept fall, so, you know, just drop down a little bit. Don't drop down the giant hole. And Blood Rock. So that is what gets our weapon to +10, which is the highest your weapon could get. I'm not sure what we're going to get to +10. Right, our Ludwig's has served us well, honestly, but I don't know if I want that to be like the canon, like this is Gallows' weapon kind of thing. But this is where you get your Blood Rock. This is the only one in the game, guys, so keep that in mind. Unless you do like some challenge dungeon tricks and stuff like that, or have the DLC. So try not to forget that. And I do think we are actually all done here. Uh-oh. And you can, you know, from there should be the elevator around here. And don't forget that we did take an elevator further up on Ringo's Loft, right? So it should be at base level. Right, here's the lantern. And here's the switch with the elevator. And now that the brain is gone, you can like go over there and explore everything if you want it. I'm not sure what items are down there. I'm not sure if it's anything worth it. But we'll just go back up and then we'll just save and quit the game, and you know that'll be it. And we went a little bit long enough. So we'll just get over here. I'm too tired for this. And I can't leave it at that note because I'll feel a certain type of way. Unless, luckily, when we respawn, we might respawn at the bonfire that I want to be at. Which, if that happens, I guess we can just wrap it up. Okay. We're where I wanted to be. So, I did that on purpose, guys. Totally did. Totally did. But I think I'll wrap things up, guys. I'm very tired. I'm going to call it a night. Guys, I will be back Monday. We'll be pretty much at the end of the game, so we'll probably wrap up the game on Monday. And then we can switch over probably to the one of the main builds we're going to be using. I'm not quite sure which one. We might just take a look at them and then decide together, see which build we want to use. But we'll talk about that Monday. Guys, thank you so much for staying up with me. I know I've been going pretty long, so hopefully if you're watching on YouTube, you might want to watch me live. A link to my channel will be in the description of the video, guys. We are trying to grow the channel still, so I hope to be on a lot longer these days, and maybe a little bit early. We might start at 7 and then go 3 hours. We'll see how it goes, guys. Like I said, that's to be determined. Guys, my name is Frank Gallows, and I stream as often as I can. Guys, have a great night. I'll see you Monday.